Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Julie here, and another speed build. So my last video that I did was a apartment renovation. I guess like the first one I'd done on my channel, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I thought I would do another one. So I'm still sick, so you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm hoping, again, I can make it through this without having a cough attack because those love to sneak up on me lately. So, this build is a two-bedroom apartment with, I believe, one bathroom. It is you can see the address, I believe, in the top left-hand corner. I don't remember the address of this one, where to be placed. But it is the one that it's like I don't know, I think it was like a fixer-upper, and it's got the dead body outline on the floor and like mouse holes in the walls all over the place. And those are things that you cannot change. So the idea I had in mind for this renovation was a couple of college students. They are best friends. They've been best friends since they were kids. Their parents are, best friends, just like one of those kind of, situations. So they are starting college. Their parents wanted to help them out and like, we will, get you a really nice apartment. We'll pay for it. Like, don't worry about it. Just focus on school. But these girls were so like, we're ready to make it on our own. We're adults now and da da da. So they decided to pool their money that they have and put, well, basically everything they make from, their like weekend and after school jobs or whatever into their rent. So this apartment, unfortunately, is the only thing they could afford. And as we get further into doing it, you'll see it's, a couple of young girls probably shouldn't be living in a place like this. So here I tried using a carpet to cover up the dead body outline. And then I decided I don't care about it. You can still see it a little bit, even with that hamper on it or whatever. But I'm like, it doesn't matter. This is The Sims. It's not going to affect anything in any way. So I just left it because originally I had like, half the bathroom kind of covers one part of the body. And then I built a closet to, I guess, cover the other half of it. But I ended up getting rid of the closet anyways. So I'm like, now it doesn't matter. You see the body. So the bathroom here, I thought I would go with, those colors. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this apartment has not been renovated in like, God, the 80s were what, 30 years ago, I guess, 40 years ago. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, a realization of my age just happened. Anyways, so I'm like, this has not been renovated since like the 80s, and you can see there's holes in the walls. The bathroom fixtures or appliances, or is that what they're called? I don't know, are old, and it's like that mint green or whatever that you see in like the movies when they're trying to be all retro. The bedrooms, other than holes in the wall, I thought the bedrooms wouldn't be too bad because the bedrooms, it would be furniture that they actually brought with them. It's not furniture that was already there. I mean, it's very rare that you would rent an already furnished apartment anyhow. Usually apartments you furnish yourself. They're usually empty unless you're renting like a dorm, but this wasn't a dorm per se. This was just a two-bedroom apartment in a shady part of town because it's all that they could afford, and they just make it work. So they brought their own stuff with them. So the rooms actually look kind of nice. Like, they're not bad. And furniture-wise, anyways, they don't look bad. I think I used a handful of some of the new stuff from Discover University. I had just bought it right before doing this build. But I'm not, like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head as I go. Like, I mean, I know this bed and this whole closet situation thing is from Discover University. But when it comes to like the little decorations and stuff, I'm really not sure which is which. So for the one sim that I had in mind, I thought she is going to school to be a vet, which I know in Discover University, that's not something that you can actually go to school for. Because, in The Sims, you just have to buy a vet clinic to be a vet because that qualifies you. So that's what I'm thinking, is that she's, going to school to be a vet. And so there's a few things in her room that are, animal related, but also she's, somewhat of an artist. And so she's got the easel there, and she likes to paint and stuff to pass the time. So here I was trying to place like a makeup, one of those little makeup boxes or whatever in this closet spot, but it wasn't working very well. So I lowered it enough so that you lose the box part, but you still see the little things that hold the brushes and stuff like that. So it still looks like there's some makeup in there. I had a hard time fitting most anything in that little spot for whatever reason. So I had to just make do with what I could do. And then what else do I do in this room? I think other than some wallpaper on the walls, I think this room is pretty much done. I wanted to put the school bag on the bed, but just using the like up and down and the move objects, I couldn't get it to sit. It was floating, or I was losing too much of it. I have not, since the last update, or maybe it wasn't the last update, it might have been a couple of updates ago, it was causing issues with that red shelf that a lot of builders use to get things placed very precisely. So I deleted it, and I keep forgetting to re-download it into my game. So I'll be like partway through a build, and I'll be like, ah, crap, I still haven't gotten that red shelf. So I am limited to where I can place certain things. And plus, when I'm in it and I'm building, I don't want to like stop, go find the shelf online and put it into my game. And then I have to like turn off the game and turn it back on, like the whole thing. So I figure I'm like, oh, I'll just finish this build without it, and I'll download it and I'll have it for the next build. Well, I'm 2 builds in now and I still haven't gotten it. So here I'm just obviously putting some curtains on the windows for some privacy. In the back of the bedroom, you can see there's like a washer and dryer. I figured that little area that you can't get rid of those fixtures on the walls. So I just turned it into a skinny little 1x4, I guess, kind of hallway with a washer and dryer at the end. So a washer and dryer inside of an apartment is actually pretty rare. Most apartment buildings, you've got like a laundry room. So I guess maybe this used to be a hoity-toity, maybe fancy apartment, and it's just been decrepit over the years. I don't know. So the other bedroom, the other sim I had in mind, I thought maybe she was going to school on some sort of sports scholarship. I thought she's very athletic, very sporty, plays soccer among any other sport she can get her hands on because she loves it. Has a lot going on, so that's why I put that board in her room. So I'm like, she's got a lot going on with games and school and work, so she needs to stay organized and on top of things so that she knows what she's up to every day. In this room, I just wanted to try playing around with some of the new furniture that I did get with Discover University. I didn't want to go with the exact same stuff as in the other room. So I thought maybe this is her furniture, obviously that she brought herself, and maybe this was her furniture at home, and the only thing she like allowed her parents to buy her was, a new comforter for her bed to show school spirit or whatever, because that stuff I can imagine would be really expensive. I know my daughter, when she was in high school, well, starting grade 7 all the way through graduation, grade 12, she went to a school that had a uniform, and my God, the pieces of the uniform were so expensive. I mean, just the like typical plaid pleated skirt, I believe, was almost $70. Now, she was a tiny girl. She was literally got away with wearing the same skirt from grade 7 until graduation. So I was lucky in that retrospect, but even just the cardigans were $60 or $70. The shirts were, I want to say probably like $30, and they're white. So you need a lot of the shirts, because if the more you wash them, eventually they're not really white. They get dingy, they get gross, they get stains on them. So it was an expensive 6 years of schooling. So if just uniform is that expensive, I can imagine how expensive it would be to get, school, like, I don't want to say paraphernalia, I guess, sort of like paraphernalia. So, what else? Yeah, I gave them a couple of bikes. I just wanted to kind of fill that area, and I didn't know what to put there, so I thought, oh, I'll give them some bikes. I gotta get places. Sorry, I have a lozenge in my mouth, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't have a cough attack, but it's just getting in my way. So I'm going to spit that out and I'm going to get rid of it. It's just getting in my way. I keep trying to like move it around my mouth, and then I just have like a lot of like spit in my mouth because I'm like keeping it off to the side with the lozenge or whatever. Anyways, that's just TMI. So here we are working on the kitchen. So I was trying to do the same thing in the kitchen as I did in the bathroom. So obviously counters, stove, fridge, those are things you would not take with you to an apartment that you're renting. So I made them the same colors as stuff in the bathroom. So again, this stuff has not been updated since like the 80s. Maybe the fridge doesn't even work. I don't know. I haven't actually played these characters yet. I haven't even made the Sims yet, actually. So, excuse me. I usually make my Sims to do my screenshots so that they're living, and I can go into live mode or whatever it is, live mode, live mode, when you hit the tab key, so that I can get more precise pictures and nicer pictures. So yeah, I used as far as I'm concerned, the ugliest swatch we have in the cheapest counters we have. These are the counters that came with, I believe, City Living, because you get the new version of them as well as you get the used version of them. And the used ones, well, they look used. So in the corner here, I was just kind of creating a makeshift coffee / well, I guess more of a tea bar, because I didn't put a coffee machine. The coffee machines drive me crazy because they have to be placed on a counter, smack dab right in the middle, basically dangling to the ledge. And it looks ridiculous. I wish we could place them wherever we want, but you can't. Even with the red shelf, you still can't place certain small appliances where you want them, because they only snap to certain surfaces, so you can't even like... Anyways, whatever. It is what it is. Hopefully that'll change eventually, because like even... there's been a couple builds that I've done where I just want to put like a table off to the side in the kitchen and just put the microwave on that and put stuff on top of the microwave, kind of like in real life, You don't necessarily have a whole counter just dedicated to a microwave or a coffee machine. So anyways, eventually maybe that'll change, or maybe a new cheat will come out where we can like change that stuff. Or maybe there is one and I just don't know about it. Because there's a lot of stuff in this game. Even though I've been playing for like 20 years, there's still a lot of stuff in this game that I'll see someone else do and I'll be like, oh, I did not know you could do that. So the apartment is almost done at this point. I think there's only a few minutes left in the video. So once I started putting everything together, I realized like I don't really have space for a full-on dining area, but there is the island spot with that really ugly chandelier hanging over it. Like, this is the epitome of the 80s, and I love it so much that I hate it. Or I hate it so much that I love it, maybe. I don't know. Because I wanted to make sure that there was a desk area, because being college students, obviously you have schoolwork that needs to be done. So I just put this table off to the side in the kitchen with two mismatched chairs. And I thought maybe they just picked it up at a flea market, or maybe it was just something in one of their basements at home, and their parents were like, yes, please, God, take it with you. We don't want it. You won't let us buy you anything. These girls are determined to, make it on their own. So, yeah, I just put a bookshelf and some knickknacks on the that's not a dresser, on the desk, just to make it look a little more used. And the only thing left, I guess, at this point is the living room. So the living room, I guess the living room goes a little against the whole, like, we don't want anything from our parents and we're going to make it on our own. Because the living room, if I remember correctly, I think I put a pretty nice TV in there. Did I? I don't remember now. I put, like, it's not an expensive couch, the one that I put in, but it is a new one. Like, the furniture and stuff, unfortunately, there is no, like, used furniture that you could buy that maybe has stains or holes in it or anything. So that's kind of an opportunity I feel they missed with the City Living, considering you could get used counters and stuff. There's a couple of swatches, I think, of one chair and one couch that can look pretty old or whatnot, but they still don't look dirty and used. So I didn't want to go with those, plus the couch would have been too big for this area. So I wanted to make this part like a little more cute, because I thought either they, maybe bought this couch and this console table with some money that they saved, or maybe they allowed the parents to buy it for them just so they had a spot to be comfortable. I didn't put an expensive TV in like I thought I did. I mean, it is 1,400 simoleons, I believe, for that TV. So it's not cheap for sure, but it's not a big fancy flat screen TV that's hanging on your wall. And then of course the video game console, because I figured maybe both girls or maybe just the athletic one or maybe the one who wants to be a vet. Either one, anyone can play video games. So I thought they would take obviously their video game console with them, and plus that's usually what you use for Netflix and Disney Plus and all that stuff now. So yeah. This is pretty much the build. I put a few more things up on the walls. I put some bottles up on here because I'm like, well, they're college girls and maybe they like to have friends over and have some parties or whatnot. And I don't know. I just feel like in any decrepit apartment, there's always a shelf full of like empty beer bottles or empty liquor bottles or something. I mean, we've all been there. We've all seen these apartments, and there's always a shelf full of empty bottles. So, yeah, the video is going to be wrapping up in just a minute. So I'm really, and I know I say this all the time, but I'm really trying at getting better at uploading videos. It's just doing the videos is not hard. It's finding the time to do the voiceovers that can be hard. But please like and comment and subscribe. And if you have any friends who enjoy The Sims and watching Sims videos, share my videos with them. I think I do a pretty good job. I know I'm not up to speed to like the Deligracies and the Simlissies and the James Turners, but I think I do pretty good. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.